Hello everyone, welcome to the first battle between Kloondike playing as the Seleucids versus Jokunn playing as Bactria. Kloondike has 5 bronze pikemen, he has a Scorpio to send out cavalry, he has 3 Tyrosi spears, 2 archers, 4 Tyrosi swords, 3 Greek javelin cavalry, the Indian elephants, and his general's bodyguard. All his support troops are concentrated on this side. This is gonna be a very heavy flank, and then he's probably gonna deny this flank. Greek javelin cavalry. Well, they have a decent discharge, but probably not. They're gonna die easily in combat as well. But Bactrian cavalry is also lighter, so that's totally okay. Having all this will really mean that if Kloondike just shoots sideways into all the infantry here, it will do a lot of damage. He has the Scorpio to zone out the enemy cavalry, and the bronze pikes are better than the Bactrian pikes. Now for Jokunn, he has 4 units of Greco-Bactrian assault infantry, the late version, and they have more armor than the Tyrosi swords, and they have a bonus versus elephants. That's the big advantage of the Bactrians, is most of their infantry has a bonus versus elephants. Downside is he has less precursors, but if he has more armor. But yeah, these early settlers are gonna be disadvantaged against the bronze pikes. He has these Sogdian axemen, very aggressive infantry, good armor piercing, a very good charge, also a very good bonus versus elephants. He has his own elephants, and it's the armored elephants, so a more deadlier version, and they have longbows on them. See if these elephants have elephant bows on them. No. And then you have the Tyrosi spears, 2 of those. We have 2 units of Sogdian camel riders, and a unit of the general in a heavy cavalry unit, and Bactrian horse archer units. These men have axes. So let's get this battle started here. So, but Jokunn has a unit of longbows, so that he can deal with the Scorpio and these archers. So that's a good advantage for him. But he needs to still keep going forward here, get in range. But seeing all the supporting infantry over here, I would probably just stack up all of my infantry as well. Maybe a unit of infantry here on the side with the cavalry. But yeah, all about getting in range of the Scorpio as quickly as possible and try to knock it out. But if he gets within the archers, I will probably eliminate the archers first. Well, okay, the Scorpio is a major threat to the cavalry, but it seeming like Kloondike is gonna crash into you very quickly. Is it more beneficial to... well, okay, it's absolutely more beneficial to take out the Scorpio. And it's gonna have a single cavalry unit going here on the side of it. And now Jokunn has a good flank here. Based on what's happening here, the Scorpio is shooting at the late infantry. Yeah, Jokunn doesn't allow the Scorpio to get any cavalry kills so far. It could potentially, it's very close for Kloondike to be able to kill the general, or shoot the general, that is. But right now he's just weakening up the support infantry, and he's doing a good job of it. The leftover... here comes lots of javelins here. The archers are shooting at Sogdians, and that's a good choice. Jokunn's infantry hurled at the archers instead. That's a very good choice. It was close that Kloondike forgot about this flank, but he turned just in time. They should be an all-out charge here to try to get them whilst they are going backwards. Here, Kloondike has a good throw on these units. This Tyrosi spear got hit in the flank. He's gonna tie down the enemy through, see? He has 2 Bactrian horse archers here, and 1 horse archer over here. But there's a massive, overwhelming advantage here for Kloondike on this side. The Greek javelin cavalry is here, and they're hurling their javelins as well, causing even more damage to these Bactria late infantry. They've already taken the precursor damage. And with the Seleucid spears holding the enemy in place, the Seleucid swordsmen are free to hurl all their javelins. These Sogdian axemen are taking a lot of damage from the archers. And yeah, these longbows have not really done their work. The elephants are coming in here for Bactria, but they're blocked by their own phalanx, and then they charge into the pikes of the enemy. It's not ideal, but Jokunn did get the Scorpio now, so that will free up the Bactrian general to be used in a combat. Now the Greek javelin cavalry is all hurling at the elephants. The horse archer units are shooting at the javelin cavalry to try to hit the elephants, really. These assault infantry, or the Seleucid spears, are going in here on the flank of these bronze pikes. Here, not ideal. Use the speed of your infantry and just disengage here. Yeah, the Seleucid swords are coming in here. The the Indian elephants got killed. Bactrian elephants are now gone. There's a big overload here by Kloondike has a good advantage here on this side. These Seleucid spears are taking a beating, but they're retreating. Got themselves a bit of an angle here. These camel riders are shooting into the flank of the bronze pikes, causing some damage. He needs to, all the infantry that is reforming needs to come back here. There's still some elephants here, but they lost a lot. But as the Seleucids use up all their precursor ammunition, if they just lose their if they lose all their bows and arrows and all that. But there's a lot of elephants here for the Seleucids. These assault infantry is now drawn out. They get charged by these javelin cavalry. These camel riders are harassing the elephants. The assault infantry over here are hurling at the javelin cavalry over here. And the javelin cavalry here is trying to get away. I mean, our horse archers try to get away from these spears, which just send them to use on this side, or this unit must keep moving over here. It's trying to hit this unit. Okay, these men are all turned this way. Then there's a very good flank opportunity here. Now all of a sudden the support infantry of the Seleucids are all retreating. These Sogdian axemen are doing a very good job. And since Kloondike tries to retreat these men, they may risk getting broken. Now a lot of Seleucids are breaking, but there's still Indian elephants here. Yeah, the Seleucid swordsmen are losing to the Sogdian axemen. This is good. Looks very even right now. These javelin cavalry are trying to some of the horsemen hit these bronze pikes like frontally. That's not good, but in the heat of battles, well, right now, but still looks very good for Bactria. He has lots of units here. Gets a good charge on this bronze pike unit. This unit is also vulnerable. The javelin cavalry here is routing. The Seleucid elephants though are still here. They're still getting shot at though by the longbows and the horse archers. However, the Seleucid general is chasing down the Bactrian cavalry here. Some units are retreating. These bronze pikes are broken. Some infantry must chase these bronze pikes down. These men looks very reduced. Yeah, these great assault infantry got routed. These elephants charged these pikes head on. Haven't dropped yet. All infantry is committed and bows are committed to try to kill the elephants here. Let's see here. You're not dead yet. Here we have 2 units of cavalry here. Looks quite promising for Jokunn. See some elephants coming in here against the Seleucid spears. The Seleucid spears here of these men, the bronze pikes here are being shattered by these horse archers, but these spears turned against this cavalry unit, and now these men have to retreat because they can't stand up to this general in melee. There's still elephants here for the Seleucids. These pikes should just turn and kill off this bronze pike. Here's a risk if you commit here. You must send in infantry over here to help it out. These longbows must be out of ammunition now. These elephants are going for a flank over here. This unit must disengage and charge the elephants. They're just behind each other here. Unfortunately, they might break. Many units of the Seleucids are coming back now. Unfortunately, but they're not coming back to the fight just yet. But the Seleucid general is taking damage. There's a Greek javelin cavalry over here. There's too many spears over here. I mean pikes. These units are still there, frightened by the camels, but the Sogdians are not very formidable in a combat situation. Here the Seleucid general goes into a diamond formation that makes him quicker, and he gets a bonus versus cavalry here. These men can pretty much just on phalanx charge these men behind. These men are very tired. These men can also be hit in the flanks if these men just stand there.
Advance at speed.
Feel like
Orders understood. Charge! Great charge! Riders at the double!
they are starting to kill off some elephants here. This Greek javelin cavalry is routed. There's some men left in there for the Bactrian general. These bronze pikes routes. These Sogdians can now focus on shattering these units. These Macedonian settlers are trying to fold. These bronze pikes are also wavering. That's good. These pikes should retreat because these men are being totally isolated here, easily flanked and killed. Now Kloondike uses a scare ability here to rout this phalanx unit. So that's a good win for him. The elephants of the Seleucids are starting to die, but they survived a very long time. These camel riders do still have ammunition. The elephants are still here though. The Bactrian general is trying to get away. He's wavering. The elephants still scare people.
We understand! Forward!
That's good. There's still more ammunition here. However, pikes of Bactria has now been shattered. Now there's still some units left of pikes, but no support infantry pretty much. So these elephants are going to be very hard to kill. The camel riders are charging in against the elephants now. Here there's 2 units on 1. Bactrian levies are trying to get a penalty on these bronze pikes. These Bactrian assault infantry trying to stem the tide here, but this general is just going to go around. Now the Bactrian general is routing. The elephants are here coming to the pikes' rear, demoralizing everybody here, unfortunately. And that looks to be the end of the battle. Yeah, the army loss is going to kick in here. Good game to both players. Yeah, massive firepower on that flank for Kloondike. Javelin cavalry. Yeah, they like it's in a head-to-heads and grand campaign. It's generally, yeah, you can have your cavalry just behind your infantry and just hurl at the enemy infantry, make a breach, and then just keep going forward. Cheap version. You don't need to be fancy shock, and Bactrian cavalry. It was expected to be mostly lighter troops, so then it's okay. Have it been more heavily armored cavalry, then these men, after hurling their javelins, would be in trouble, except for their speed. Now, what happened here? Well, the elephants of Jokunn went into the pikes head-on, and they suffered lots of javelins from these cavalrymen. These elephants should be held back to start. Let the cavalry hurl at something else. But that looked very desperate though on that flank. So like he had to do something. So he decided to throw in his elephants. But it also, Kloondike's elephants were kept safe for a longer period of time, so they did not take as much damage. So these elephants were all pretty much already gone when these elephants were committed. Yeah, nice strategy here by Kloondike. Good attempt. And it almost looked like Jokunn would make a comeback. It did look like it. So it was a good attempt. Just some minor mistakes here. But let's look at the second battle. Thank you for watching. Bye.